ฝากกดติดตามและกดไลค์กดแชร์ CBN Thailand
It's gonna be Sydney's time again, and it's a world record again.
I started running when I was 6, and I think it's kind of hard to tell when you're that young. You know, you're just running for the fun of wanting to run. But I think it wasn't until I got to high school, coming into now freshman year, but my first race was an indoor 300, and I actually won the race against some seniors. And I think that's when it kind of hit me. I think anxiety and fear for me kind of just came from my desire to want to be perfect in all things. And the reality is that nobody can do that. And I think for me, that was a constant battle internally of how do I get as close to perfect as possible in a world where you can't control your circumstances or what happens to you all the time. For me, it constantly left me in a state of fear. And especially on the track, racing against other people who are as good, if not better, that was a constant battle of, am I enough? Will I ever be enough? Or will I ever measure up to the standard that I have for myself and that other people have for me? I remember receiving messages actually on Instagram and people saying stuff like, you made it all the way to the Olympics not to get a medal. But I just knew from that point on, I was like, I need to figure out how to deal with this fear because I can't keep living like this. Being able to make it all the way there on the world stage and still come up short, I think was just devastating for me. I still couldn't understand what all the fear was, all the anxiety, how to handle it. And so that was when I truly started seeking him. It was reading Colossians 3 that flipped a switch for me in terms of my thinking and just kind of how I saw everything. It just made the whole gospel make sense. The lens in which I viewed life had truly switched. And understanding like that in and of myself, I have nothing to offer God, but it is just the righteousness of Jesus covering my life based upon my faith that is presentable before him. Thank you, God, for hearing my prayers and answering them and just being kind to me. I think that's the number one thing every time I cross the line is like, God, you have not failed me. Even when I lose, I still win because I learn and you still prune me and guide me and sustain me. And yeah, the girl who once used to cross the line and still feel empty inside, I now have joy even in the midst of any circumstance. You know, knowing that the Lord is looking down on my life right now and me wanting to honor him, and he's glorified in that. And so it just became a joyful way of experiencing life and living life. And yeah, it's way better than I was thinking before.